to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, good evening, everybody. The date is January 6th, 7 p.m. Welcome to the Village Board meeting. First order of business tonight is I need to ratify the meeting minutes of December 2nd.
I'll make that motion.
Dean makes the motion. Heather seconds. All in favor? Aye. Going to our monthly report, starting off with our Granville Police Department. Total incidents for the month of December was 123. Total incidents year to date is 1,470. Total investigations year to date is 179. I have our village water reports. We have a test that was taken 75 Quaker Street, one at 48 East Potter Avenue, and one at 89 North Street. All samples came back good. The village water is safe to drink. I have a report from our Granville Fire Department. Structure fires were at 5, EMS assist at 3, fire alarms 5. Carbon monoxide alarm was 1, chimney fire 1. Hazardous conditions is 2. Motor vehicle crash were 4. Total alarms for the month of December was 21. Calls year to date was 195. I have our local code enforcement officer report from Mr. Kurt Padone. 8 verbal warnings issued, 3 written warnings issued. 1 has been referred to the village court, and 0 building permits and demolition permits. I have our village court report from Mr. Roger Ferrando. A check for the amount of $2,685 was sent to the chief fiscal officer of the village on Saturday, January 4th. Respectfully signed, Roger Ferrando. Those are the reports we have. I need a motion to accept the reports as read. Gordy makes that motion. Denise seconds. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Okay, moving along to our appropriations. In the general fund, we have $40,596.14. The sewer fund is at $25,788.54. The water fund is at $11,420.14. Senior shuttle came in at $1,229.94. Unaudited vouchers came in at $5,228.71 for a grand total of $82,263.47.
I'll make a motion to pay the bills.
He makes the motion to pay the bills. And Denise seconds. All in favor? Aye. We do have a couple of budget transfers to go over. I'm going to hand this over to our clerk, Rick Roberts. Rick, if you mind going through this, please.
Certainly, Mayor. As we head through the fiscal year, sometimes we will see budget transfers. These are small bucks. In the general fund, we're overrunning some insurance premiums by about $100. This is something the insurance company does for us. They file and get a highway work permit for us. Contractual expense to the ZBA is also overrunning $25. This is the legal notices for ZBA hearings and postage and whatnot. He's asking if we can transfer $125 from the capital projects line item to cure those 2 items. In the water fund, we continue to see the problem with the increased power costs. $3,250 is what we need to basically pay the power bill for this month. Asking if the money can be moved over from contractual expense for the water fund. We're looking good there at this time. There's enough to move over. Lastly, in the sewer fund, we had some engineering fees pertaining to the basically the pump replacement in the pump stations around the village. Asking that $500 be moved over to cover my engineer fees. I can move that from sewer contractual expense. That's all I have.
Thank you, Rick. Any questions on the budget transfers?
Well, I mean, obviously, we knew from the last budget, we were gonna trend up higher with the power and utilities, but I think as we go into the 26 budget, we're gonna have to certainly make sure we do that offset on that, because to me, it's probably trending, what, about 20,000, Rick?
Yeah, it's quite a bit from last year.
I mean, we were fortunate where we were able to lock in for those years and buy that premium power, but unfortunately, it's not the case anymore. So we'll probably have to make that adjustment. Other than that, I'll make a motion that we approve the following transfers.
He makes the motion to approve the transfers.
Okay.
Gordy seconds. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Okay, moving along. We have a election that's going to be coming up in March. We need to pass a resolution to state of where the election is going to be held, which is here. The biennial village election cycle dictates an election to be conducted in 2025 to fill the office of trustee. There's 3 positions open this year, this March. On March 18th will be the date. The village wishes to comply with the election law pertaining to the scheduling of disposition on registration day in conjunction with said election. This is, to explain this a little bit, to dispense of this, we do this every year. We don't usually have any call to have a special day to pay people to come in and sit all day if somebody wants to come in and register to vote, because the New York State law states that you can walk in at any time, grab a county registration ballot or a form, fill it out, and then you're allowed to vote anyway. So this is why we dispense of that special registration day. Registration day. Got my mouth all screwed up here. So I need a motion to dispense with the registration day, first of all. Anybody? Denise makes the motion. And Heather seconds. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so we are also going to need a resolution to set the polling location and the hours. There will be a general village election in 2024 to fill the terms of 3 trustees on March 18th. The village board wishes to comply with the election law pertaining to the establishment of the polling location. The village board expects low to moderate turnout in conjunction with the present election cycle now. Therefore, it's resolved that the village board hereby declares the village municipal center shall be the sole polling location for the village election on March 18th, with the polling hours established from 12 noon till 9 p.m. I need a roll call vote on this, starting with Heather.
I say yes.
Gordy?
Yes.
Dean?
Yes.
Denise?
Yes.
Okay. I also need a roll call vote for the resolution on the dispense with the registration day. I'm going to get that yet. Heather?
Yes.
And Gordy?
Yes.
Dean?
Yes.
And Denise?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. That's all taken care of. Moving along to the mayor's reports. It's coming up to a time where we have our budget cycle coming to work on the budget for 2025, 2026. Excuse me. This is the time of the year during January that our budget officer, being Rick, will coordinate with me, and we will reach out to our village department heads to see basically what their needs are, what our finances are going to be stretched out to be, and what we need to cover. In February, the board presents a working copy of the village budget. In mid-February, we schedule usually a couple of budget workshops if needed, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, or whatever we need to hash out to make cuts or add in where we need to go. In March, we will present a tentative budget that's going to remain static for 30 days. And then in April, we have a public hearing and then a budget ratification. Right now, we're looking at a budget increase of about 2.5% on the tax levy, and possibly a small water increase and sewer rent increase of $5 to $10. We kind of got caught behind an 8 ball there this year with a budget that we passed, which we went by quotes, especially on our insurance company premiums. And our quote came in what we figured our budget on, and then the quote was changed by our insurance company by almost 3 times, was it, Rick? It was about 3 times the amount than our insurance quoted us. So we were tight. It's been really tight. The last couple of years prior to this, we were at 0-0 across the board. We did have an increase last year. We're trying to keep this as low as we can. I know times are hard, but just to deal with the inflationary period of what we've been going through, we've been struggling ourselves, but we still have our departments as whole. Our men and women are being paid. Raises are still coming in. We're still in a very good spot. The village is financially stable, and I wanted everybody to know, especially our infrastructure is very strong. We're doing very well as a village. So what we're looking at as an increase on this is really not that much comparatively to what we are paying out, mainly in insurance premiums, and our healthcare and retirement costs are getting astronomical. So I know you probably hear that from everybody and everywhere around, but it's true. I see it. I see it myself, and it's scary. But I don't know. Things are going to have to change, I think, statewide across the board here. And I think that things are going to change statewide because there's a lot. We're not the only ones in this boat. So that's just giving everybody a heads up. We will work on this to keep any increase, if we have one, as low as possible for the taxpayers and the people in this village. But as with anything else, if the service is wanted, people are going to have to pay for it. If you want a police department, if you want DPW and sewer and water, and you want it all to work the way it's supposed to, then we have to pay for it. It's just like going to a restaurant. You want something, you pay for it. So we're here to represent you. We are taxpayers, all of us ourselves here, as well as you are. So I understand the pinch, if there is any kind of a pinch, but we will definitely make that as painless as possible for you. We try to run a very tight ship here, and we do run a very tight ship here, and we get a lot done with what we have. Just giving everybody a heads up on that's the way the process works. So that's being up there. I want to move along to give a little update on our website launch. And I'm going to hand this over to Karen's got her whole crew here tonight, so I'll let you guys do the talking on this.
We're going to start about a quick recap of what we've done so far, and then we'll talk about what's next.
Just kind of a quick recap. Hopefully everybody had a chance to look at the website. If you have not, I do encourage everybody to do that. We just looked it up. We've had over 700 visitors to the website, and of those visitors, we've had over 2,400 page views. So I think the good news is they are going in there and looking at the different spots that are available. If you haven't looked around, you'll see what to do. You'll see an about section on there. There's a section on there for the different history of Granville. There's events. So that's one thing I just wanted to stress with everybody. If anybody has events that need to be added, the only way we know is if somebody sends it to us. So there is a spot when you get to the events where you can click add event, fill in that information, it'll get sent over to us, and then somebody can add that. We're hoping that as many people and organizations that we can get to add that stuff on there, so it is a true community website and not just so I do plan on emailing some of the organizations that I know here in Granville, so that hopefully it'll just give everybody a little bit of a nudge and reminder to do that. Other things on there, though, if you go to the bottom of the page, you will see an email that is monitored by volunteers, so please do that. But if anybody has suggestions or thoughts or things that need to be changed on the website, please let us know that feedback, because again, we're just a certain number of people and we can't all do this.
Okay, so when we're thinking about what's next, we're gonna with the help of November, we'll do a little launch party, and we're looking at the end of January, and we'll get the dates to you when we have it confirmed. And that'll be a great way to just mingle and talk about the website and, just discover Granville.com. And also, have our web designer do a little presentation, go through the website. Just taking a moment to acknowledge it and celebrate and come together as a community, where we would like to come. We are also going to, our designer offered to do the social media for free for a period of time. So we're going to start activating that, doing that a few times a week. We're also going to reach out to our potential partners like Colby and Salem and Lake George Regional Chamber and tell them we have a website. You know, would you like to link back to us and just see if we can do things together and work with each other's websites. And one of the things, and each of these things are their own project in and of itself, that goes pretty deep. But another thing that we're really eyeing on is like how we make this website sustainable, pay for itself, and really do work for Granville, not just sit there. And so we're gonna look into some grants to see, hey, like, can we find a way to fund some position that really is dedicated to economic development in Granville? So there's gotta be some, there was some before, but we're gonna look into all that. So those are some of their initial ideas, as well as looking into search engine optimization, which is a piece of work within the website to, when you search up Granville, will come up real quick. It's a new website, so it's not quite coming up yet, so that's the rough idea. That's what we have so far.
Thank you. I did look at the site. Kudos to your team and everybody that's been working on it. It's a great site to get some information on the events that are scheduled on there. I encourage everybody, share it to your Facebook account, get the word spread around. It's out there. This is your village. This is your town, your area. I always say, live, work, and play here. It gives you an idea of what's coming up in the future, what's going on now. Dean and I have been talking about a couple of different new events. We have the tree lighting, we have the tractor parades, but we're kicking around the idea of having a cook-off, like a brisket, we call it a smoke-off. We haven't really named it yet, but we've been getting pretty excited about it. Everybody's getting into smokers and chili and everything like that. So something new, to add to bring more people into the village and see what we have to offer. And the rail trail, of course, during the summertime, it does seem to get used quite a bit. So I encourage everybody to go to the website and suggest ideas. Put things out there. We want to hear. We want to hear what you want. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make you happy and to keep this village and area growing strong. So we're all proud of what we do here, and it's nice when everybody gets involved. It really makes things work well, and it's a good thing to have.
I just looked at the website and I think it's excellent. It is so easy to go on and look at things. It's very concise, not overly wordy. Wonderful picture. It's just clean and crisp and easy. Very good job. Thank you.
I think it's easy for the beginners, for the after parade. I think that was a nice way to launch it during the parade.
No, thank you for putting it all together. I recognize it's all volunteers, but it's going to be so helpful because I know you, Jackie, my daughter Megan, and certainly Karen, everyone, and Nancy, they're all volunteers. They put a tremendous amount of time and heart in this community to make it what it is. And to have a place where you can go, okay, what time's the trunk or treat? What time's the Yadam car show? What time's the tractor parade? What time is the tree lighting? So many events go on throughout this community throughout the year. And literally, what time's this game? What time's this? And it's just a matter of getting it all together and on that website. I would encourage you, if you can find a way to get grants or something to pay somebody to keep this up to date, it's only going to keep it going. And if you don't, then sooner or later it's going to die, because sooner or later the volunteers are going to get burned out from all the work put into this. So you got to keep it going, and we just got started. So I think, unfortunately, I'm happy that the village was able to help out with us, and hey, we got a whole new format now.
It's good. Thank you. Yes, thank you very much.
Mayor, as you might recall, the board appropriated $6,000 ARPA money for this. We have paid out $3,000 as a starter, but
Yeah,
I'll make
I'll-
that motion there.
we have approved it, so if it's there, I'd like to finish it, close it up.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to do that final distribution on this.
Dean makes the motion and Heather seconds. All in favor of the final disbursement for, okay. Aye, thank you. And thank you again. So, okay, moving along. I have one announcement that I'd like to make, that I made an appointment of Mr. Ron Withrow to our ZBA board. We put a call out there to everybody to, if anybody wants to volunteer. We are still looking for a couple more members, either backups or to fill in the planning board, right? Yes, the planning board as well. So Ron lives just down the way down here by the park, and expressed his willingness to volunteer and to join the board and to help us out. So it's good to know he's newer to the area, but anybody else that would like to join, we would love to have the help. And again, I'm asking if anybody wants to join to help us keep the village running smooth. We would appreciate it. Okay, the next item on the list, these all come in a tidal wave, and I kind of like it this way because we can get them all done in one shot. But I have a little bit of an issue here because we have our coin drop requests for the year, and the problem being is that we have requests for 7 coin drops, and we only allow 6 to happen per year. So we don't want to cut anybody out, obviously. I want to drop this to the board. My suggestions is with everything else. Usually we have done this in the past as first one in, gets the choice, and then so far down the line. So what we have done in the past is the last ones in are usually the first ones off the list if we don't have any room for that. Now, again, these are all good organizations, and I'm not trying to cut anybody off here, but time is of the essence of these things, and everybody's kind of learned their lesson on this. But I'm just real quickly, I've got one request from the FFA, from Sally Aldis. I have one for the Granville Area Food Pantry from Judy Warner. I have one for the Granville Trap, or the Trap Club, High School Trap Club from Rick Valatica. I have one for the Backpack Program from Megan Steves. I have one for the youth football from Matt James. I have the Granville Little League request from Paul Garone. And I have one, the last one that came in today was for the after prom party committee from Bridget Sheldrick Humphreys. That was the last one in. So it's up to the board. I'm going to leave this to you. What do you want to do about this? I mean, it's...
My thought there is, with the exception of the Trap Club, we've approved every one of these for multiple years, especially the Little League, forever, all the years I've been on this board. FFA, we've done that for years. I think we've done the Backpack program. They got bumped out last year, but I think we've done that 4 or 5 years. I think just the Trap Club, this should be the second request that we've had. Everybody else we've done multiple years. And for me, I look at where the dollars are going for the most impact. Youth football, obviously, with the cheerleaders football, a lot of people get that benefit. Food pantry, a lot of people get that benefit. I'm not sure how many people benefit from the Trap Club. I think when I saw it in that school yearbook, maybe there was 10 kids. But that's my personal thought on it.
You got anything to say, Heather?
I would agree. As far as, we're going to prioritize things, that would probably be, I don't know how you guys have normally done in the past. This is my first year doing it. If you usually do first come, first serve, I don't know.
That's what we usually do. And the people that come in late, if the list is full, all of these dates I've already checked with Rick are already open. They get filled quick So
And we can't.
obviously
we can't
everybody's getting them in
make,
here
yeah,
first.
we can't make any more.
It's just tough because there's just so many needs. I
You
mean,
can, we can make,
Jackie, you raise what, $10,000 a backpack and the money's gone. It's history. It's amazing the needs.
Yeah.
You know, the active problem, I can remember being involved with that. That was what, 6,000 or 8,000, Nancy, and it's gone. You know,
We can't make any more.
you know, the youth football, I mean, those guys, and it cost them $10,000 just for their insurance. Say nothing about anything else, equipment. So the needs, you can see, to me, I'm all about putting the dollars where it has the most impact, Mayor.
Can we, is there any way we can change it so that we can do 7?
can do what you want. We can do whatever you want.
So that we're not cutting anybody off?
Are there enough weekends throughout the season to do that, so that they're not,
So 1 per month.
The only thing is if we start doing that and then the next person comes in and says, well, you did it for that one, you did it for this one. We've kind of held tight to our rules on this. I'm going to say something, and I'm not trying to be obstinate or tick anybody off about these. Quite frankly, I'm against coin drops altogether. Secondly, 2, 3, I think 5 out of the 7 requests, all our programs are to do with the school. What's the school budget? 30 million? They can't kick in 500,000 and cover all these things?
it would be logical.
You have to struggle to get backpack program to get school supplies for kids because they don't have it. We're talking about a football field over there.
Well, I
Let's
think-
wake up, everybody.
I think they're feeding the kids, aren't you, Jackie, with that backpack program? Aren't you feeding those kids?
Well, that's my opinion. I mean, there's money getting spent over there that's
Oh, trust me, I
a
agree.
lot.
I agree.
I've had it. I read about it all the time, and it just infuriates me. Where we're trying to keep everything going, running a DPW, running a police department, running the entire village, and it's just $30 million a year. It's your largest tax that you will pay, everybody. Your largest tax, and it sickens me. But anyway, it's up to you, the board, whatever we want to do about this. Like I said, I would like to see all of these coin drops go away. During the summertime, every time you wake up early in the morning, you come around the corner and you're getting hit by the coin drop. I think it could be annoying to people that are coming in to use the village, to tour through the village, to stop through, and they're like, what's this? Stop like paying a fine, paying a toll.
I don't know if I'll pay the toll.
Well, it is when they're not used to it.
No,
When you're not used to it, you come from out of town and you pull up and like,
mostly a lot of other communities, when they have their coin drops, they're for things like something that you would use. They're for the fire department.
I get it. I get it.
People on the roads would use them.
I get it, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying bad about any one of these organizations, and I know that they need the help, but when the majority of these organizations that are looking for these coin drops to be filled are coming directly to help the school, I got an issue. But you guys can do whatever you want. I'm staying out of this one.
Many of these organizations are pretty small and do benefit from pretty substantial support. If your annual budget is $10,000 and you raise 3 or 4 on a coin drop, it's a pretty substantial component of what you're to do. Well, pay October as a month, that would be 7 months. But we gotta move forward to try to get that coin drop not held in the second weekend because based on these 2 or 3 weeks.
So if we had 7, it would be how frequent did you say?
Well, it's roughly 30 weeks that you do the coin drops, just weather lines, so it would be about once every 4 weeks.
One a month, basically. Starting in May.
April.
April.
One of these is requesting an
Did they
April.
kick off with what? Is it
It's
FFA?
probably the after prom.
After prom, yeah, let's do the
First one.
Yeah, because they need an earlier start because prom is earlier, and then you have little.
October. You'd be running up from May to October.
But you've got two in
We did
here
run
that
it
want
October
June.
last year.
Yeah.
You've got
And
two
then
in
we
here.
have a problem with greenhouse.
You've got one that wants June 7th and
They all say that they can work with the dates. I mean, if you were going to do something like that, I would suggest only one a month. If you want to do that. Again, I'm abstaining on this.
I guess first thing we need to decide whether we just want to stick with the 6 like we have in the past, or do we want it to be ended at 7?
do you usually cut the last one?
Oh yeah, we always have more requests than we have.
So the last one was,
Uh,
I don't even have it in my packet.
the after prom party one.
So the after prom was the last one.
Yes.
So that one would be the one that would be cut. Unless we can figure out how to get 7 of them
Yeah,
in.
once again, for me personally, Heather, I'd rather put the money where the best bang for most people are gonna benefit from it. It's my personal thought.
And the plan has maybe 10, 15 kids, so then it's a great organization, but it is small.
So I mean, it's up to, I don't know how to,
You guys make
this
the
is
call.
my,
What do you think, Gordy?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I still don't see, there's a couple there regulars that have been, putting in for coin drops, the Haynes House of Hope, they're really in for a coin drop, and the, youth football, I haven't heard that name yet.
That's there.
Is that-
Yeah, the youth football one. Haynes House is not in there. They didn't request one this yet.
Well, that's my point, I guess, it's early yet, there's still a lot of some organizations that are generally there, haven't even, sent out a letter yet, and we're full already. I think what probably is gonna have to happen is that, we do these things on a rotational basis. You do it this year, you can't do it next year. You can't do it year after year. That's the way there, everybody's got a chance at it. I kind of agree with all the, groups that are attached to the school. Seems though there should be some other way that those folks can find their funding without have to have coin drops.
Well, I don't want to debate this all night, so
if that's the way you guys have done it in the past.
what do you want to do?
Then the last one.
I
would say you have to stay with what we normally have done for this year. If we're gonna change it, we can change it for next year. First in, 6 in, get it. That's it.
Put 6 on that.
that's what you
And
want.
they know, but they do know, I mean, the organizations know that they need to get it in January because of prior years. So they know they have to have it in by the end of January or the beginning of January. If not, they take their chance. Just this year, they had 6, they came in early. I guess I agree with Gordy that it needs to be first come, first served. But I do feel badly that, at prom party can't use it and the trap team serves a much smaller group of people. That's my concern.
Just speak up, I don't know, I mean, I was part of the after prom for so many years, that coin drop was critical to the number of kids that we were able to get, and there were at least 100, 150 kids that we would have at the party. Now, I'm not but I think that, I just think that that's really unfortunate. And I get the whole, you've got to make decisions and it's not always easy, but that's what, you know, you're potentially affecting a lot.
Well, that is true, but that's the same with all of them. I mean, all of these people, these coin drops are really major part of their fundraising, their financing, being able to have their program. I did say that the trap has fewer people, but they have expenses too. So, you know, I mean, it's just, it's hard. Very hard.
Well, last year we had one got bumped because of the trap team.
It got bumped for the trap team?
Yep.
Okay.
So if that's the case with Gordy's saying, then this year you bump the trap team out, let the others go. And next year,
Vote somebody else out.
All right, executive decision time. I say we make it work for 1 year. We got 7 now. That's it. That's going to be it. We'll make it work. We'll try to keep it down to 1 per month.
Okay.
And I don't want to cut anybody out of this, but in the future, it's going back to 6. Everybody needs to know, and I think that we should keep in mind what Gordy said.
Yeah.
You're not going to get it every year. And it'll be up to the board's discretion on who we see that's going to need the money most and benefit from this.
I think that
We
would
just
be very
can't, it just can't keep rolling it over and increasing more and more. This year, we're gonna make it work. Everybody got them in on time. They were here. They're here first of the month, first meeting of January 2025. We'll make it work. That's my say. You guys do that?
Yes.
And no further requests.
Right, no more, that's it. We're full.
get your dollars ready, Mayor.
Make a motion. Let's get this over
I
with.
make a motion, we approve the following requests, all 7 of them.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, done.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Moving along. I just want to thank everybody again for the people that worked in December for the tractor parade and for the tree lighting ceremonies. And everybody had a great time doing it. We had a lot of visitors that came to Granville. And I hope everybody had a very warm and pleasant Christmas with friends and family. And the best wishes to everybody for a happy new year in 2025. As I said before, the village is doing very well. We're stable. Our bills are paid and our debt is very low. And thanks to a tremendous help from the board and our office staff and our DPW heads and the whole crew, we really have a good team working here for Granville. Our police department and everybody works really hard. We all work together, and it's a great team. You don't know how lucky we are to have the teams that we have, the people that work for us. You can look around to surrounding communities and areas, they're not doing so well. I feel bad for them, and I'm very proud of everybody that works here at the village and the whole team that we have all the way around. So that being said, I'm going to open the floor to public comment. If anybody has anything to say, please stand up and address the board. This is not a question and answer session. You will have 5 minutes to speak. And if anybody has anything to say, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead. Yep.
Just a question, the people that don't get in with flame ups, can they suggest doing a raffle? Let them do a raffle, suggest them to do a raffle instead.
Not as the village. I mean, they do, but I mean, they do raffles, don't they? I mean, you guys do the raffles on the, yeah.
The other question was, when you said before that you got a quote from the insurance companies, you can't hold them to that quote.
We went round and round and round. We even tried switching insurance agencies, and we ended up staying with one we bought because it was the lowest quote.
It's not illegal for them to do that.
Well, Rick, how many times did we go through this hassle with them? We were fighting tooth and nail for almost 2 months, and it was basically we were held to the wire because we had to be insured.
So yeah, just for transparency's sake, as budget officer, I reach out to the health insurance broker and to our property and casualty insurance broker about this time of year, and I say, hey, what are you seeing as trends, so on and so forth. We're looking at a June 1 renewal. So of course it is something of a guesstimate or estimate, but when someone estimates 8% to you, and then it's going to be 28%, it's a difficult pill to swallow because it doesn't conform with our budgetary timelines. So that, I think, is the frustration the mayor was trying to summarize. Did end up switching from current carrier to Nightmare, which was the carrier we had previously, but it still was a higher rate. It doesn't sound like much, but when you have a $1.7 million budget, it's $15,000 more, it's about 1%. I got to find that somewhere. I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. That and the retirement and, and benefit costs that just keep going up and up. And just to keep ahead with inflationary of everything, supplies, stuff for our DPW, pipe costs, salt costs, you name it, fuel, everything is just, it's gone right up tremendously. So, but like I said, we're still in good shape. We're keeping this boat's floating pretty good, and we're doing better than most, a lot better than most. So anybody else like to say anything?
I just got one thing, Mayor. I was talking to Kirk before the meeting. I said, we can pass all these local laws, and Kirk works really hard for the village, of going around the village and trying to maintain our quality of life. And I said, some of my observation, I think it's just a lack of education. We've had so many new people move into our community. I met quite a few really nice people. But, these little snowstorms, you go around and the sidewalks haven't been cleared. I don't think they really know they have to clear their own sidewalks. We passed other local laws where, you get your dumpster just picked up and it's supposed to be pulled back in, but I see dumpsters of garbage next to the curb for, 4 or 5 days. This is Kurt working hard to maintain this, because if it wasn't, then obviously we see a lot more of it. He's been working on these, we passed the local law for, putting boards over windows, and I had that discussion with Kurt. He's on it. It's amazing the job he's doing. But boy, somehow we're gonna have to get the word out. I don't know whether there's a new website we can put out there that about garbage or not. Maybe not. Maybe that's our website. Snow removal, but somehow we have to come up with ways so we can educate our new residents as to what our rules and our laws are. But trust me, I know I see Kurt and how hard he works in the village to make it what it is. And thank you for that, Kurt.
And again, that's one of the things that keeps people wanting to come back here. If you don't stay on top of things like this, it can turn into a dump real quick. People don't seem to care for things much like they used to years and years and years ago. But that makes me sound like my father. You go, kids don't know nothing. But I don't. I get it. It's tough times. It's tough, hard times. But
I think as a community, we got to be doing something right here in the village of Granville. We're flipping houses in less than 24 hours. That's saying we're doing something right. And these houses are going for over 200,000. So obviously people want to live in the village of Granville. So kudos to certainly all our employees. Everybody makes it clear what it is, and our volunteer base is just incredible. Our civic organizations are very strong. So thank you all for that. That's all right, Mayor.
okay. Does anybody have anything else to say? Public comment? Okay, I'm going to close. Did you have something? Okay. I'm going to close public comment. I don't have anything for executive session. If anybody, you guys are all good? I don't have anything for executive session, so I need a motion to close the meeting. Heather makes the motion to close.
You want to talk about coin drop anymore?
No. Denise, seconds, all in favor? Aye. Thank you for coming, everybody.